guys, so I made a part 1 that got a lot of views, surprisingly, on book clubs in the Philippines and what it's like here, what happens in book clubs pre-pandemic and during the pandemic. And now that it's March in the BGC book club, there are actually hybrid meetings, and that's a new thing. It's just starting now for this March. And so half of the meeting is going to happen face-to-face again once more with social distancing, but of course that's for older people. I don't know about the youngsters. The youngsters will go to the Zoom meetings, I guess, but hey, I'm 20. There aren't really much young people in that book club. But okay, anyways, I'm getting off topic. So, part 2 of this book club thing is called More About Book Clubs, as you can see in the title. Yeah, more about book clubs, and I'll be giving tips about book clubs and sharing more of my realizations on book clubs. My first realization is that book clubs are not easy. It's going to be hard at first because the jargon that people use, such as postmodernism, all those literary things, and if you're not a literature major, you would get confused. You would feel insecure because you couldn't keep up at first, but that's okay. Always note that you aren't in a class. No one's gonna judge you. These people aren't your classmates. This isn't high school. It's okay to ask questions, even if they sound stupid. You're not graded for participating wrong. There's no right or wrong way. It's just about sharing and having fun. Expanding possibilities on books, expanding possibilities on reading experiences of books. So I said it's going to be hard at first. Book clubs are not easy. Also because, well, me personally, I find it really hard to finish books when it comes to book clubs. When it comes to books for leisure, somehow I get to read faster. And maybe that's because I don't get to choose the book personally all the time. But yeah, you have to take that. You have to factor that in on book clubs not being easy, and you have to know that it's okay, even if it's going to be hard at first, and do not underestimate the length of time that you need to have to read a book, because one time when I was reading The Shadow of the Wind, I was supposed to finish it, and then I started reading it like 5 days before the actual meeting, and apparently that wasn't enough. But I didn't know that, because there are books that are around 300 pages long, but they could seem like 1,000 pages long, and I completely forgot about that. So another tip that I could give in order to make book clubs easier is to schedule your reading time. Schedule it like 15 minutes a day, set a goal. How many chapters are you going to read? How are you going to divide the book? It's better to be particular rather than to be sorry during the actual day itself. And wow, coming from me, not finishing books all the time. It's just a really helpful tip. And another random tip I have about finishing books when you're trying to finish books and you're one of those pahabol people is that, for example, right now I'm reading Hanya Yanagihara's A Little Life. When you're reading a book, and it's a physical copy, I kind of do this thing where you set your reading goal, like how many pages. So it's like, I want to read this much. That's like a chapter. So what I'm gonna do is I get the bookmark and then I slide it to the page here where the goal is. So, kunyari,
This is my goal. My end goal.
Of how much I want to read for the day. And once I reach the point where the bookmark is, that's when I know that I can hit the hay and go to sleep or do something else, and that I've fulfilled my reading goal. I don't do reading by time. Sometimes I do it by pages, but sometimes I just keep it natural because that's the best way to read and actually enjoy. Oh, and here's another tip that I forgot to include. If you do get used to your Zoom meetings when you do join book clubs, then I do highly suggest that you befriend the members, one or two who you think are the most friendliest ones and approachable, or whoever actually, because reading makes you empathetic, so they have empathy. I'm pretty sure people in book clubs are nice people. Yeah, it would be nice to befriend them on social media so you guys can talk about your books and you'll all the more be motivated to read and see each other in the next and the following book club meetings. And also you can chat them about what's going on and how you're feeling so far, and ask them where they are, and when they say, oh, I'm already in like page 197 out of 200, you're gonna be pressured to catch up with them, I guess. So it's like a rivalry, some kind of inspiration, motivation. Yeah. My other realizations when it comes to reading books for book clubs is that it's okay to skip a month. It's okay to skip a book club meeting if you're not interested in a book. Like how they say it's okay to have DNX, do not finish. Then it's also okay not to attend a meeting if you're really not interested in the book. You can just wait for the next month, and nobody is going to judge you for that. And that took me a while to realize as well. Other than it's okay to not attend a month or a certain book club meeting, I realized other things that are actually okay. It's okay if you do not finish a book. Never feel ashamed about that, because there are also people, based on my experience, there are also people who do not finish the books that they read during book club meetings, and it's okay because you get to share. I think I'd recommend at least halfway if you do want to pick up on what they're talking about, but eventually you'll also pick up. Like, sometimes a part of me attends book club meetings just to know if the book is really worthy to pursue and finish based on what other people think, but I think that's also wrong because everyone else has their own personal taste. Everyone has their own different reading experience, and what might resonate with you might not resonate with other people. So there, never fear, book clubs are here. Not be scared. These are tips that are helpful. You can join book clubs if you are interested through let's say there's meetup.com, and that's where I go. I am aware of the Makati Book Club and the BGC Book Club. Oh my god. The Makati Book Club and the BGC Book Club, and there are also other book clubs. Meetup.com has like this algorithm that finds book clubs near the area where you're at, like the location where you live, and that's where the events just pop up in the suggestions if you create an account. I'll leave a link down below to meetup.com if you are interested. There are also I think you can find book clubs through Instagram. Yeah, someone messaged me before. Wait, let me get my phone and check. I'll be right back. There. Okay, I am back. So, someone messaged me, a book club on Instagram messaged me, and they're called the Podsibs Book Club. And it happens through Discord. I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that there was a book club that occurs on Discord, but here's their Instagram account. I'm sorry, I just can't edit my screen and poof it here, but you can check. Okay, fine, I will. Here, this is a screenshot of their thing, and you can follow that. And Also, there are book clubs that happen in Goodreads. You can also search for Filipino book clubs, etc. And yeah, that's it for more on book clubs. Hope you guys enjoyed.